In the world of union labor, behind every benefit plan and pension fund is a dedicated team to protecting the future of hardworking families. This week, we sit down with Pat Stines, partner at Novak, Francella, one of New York City's top accounting firms and a trusted advisor to some of the largest labor organizations in the region. When you're managing funds for thousands of members, every dollar counts and every decision matters. From audits to advocacy, discover how Pat's work is helping to build trust, strengthen unions, and ensure the financial health of generations to come. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Union Labor Advisory Network. I'm Mike Fina. Today, I'm extremely proud and privileged to be with Pat Stines, partner with Novak Francella here in New York City today to learn a little bit more about his background, history, and experience. Really proud to have him on board to work with us as well with the ULA Charitable Foundation. I'll let him elaborate a little bit more about that. But Pat, thank you so much for your time today, letting us come into your office and learn a little more about yourself.
Oh, well, you're definitely welcome, and thanks for having me on the show. And just a little bit about me, how I got involved with labor. It kind of really just happened to me. I didn't seek out to be, the CPA for labor organizations. Yep. I went to school, had a major in accounting, and went to job fairs, tried to find a job, and I got fortunate enough to meet a partner at a firm at that time in New York City that specialized in labor benefit funds, and here I am over 25 years later.
Wow. And I know you have some background and experience in labor as well. I mean, you and your father, you talk about some of the lineage. Obviously, you had a position as a union member.
Oh yeah, like we had talked about earlier. I had knew what a labor union was. But I didn't really know the workings of how they operated. I was a union member myself. I was a letter carrier. My father had been a shop steward for nearly all his career, so I got to hear him discuss what he had to do day to day, like negotiate issues, on the work floor, but not so much the business and administration of the unions.
Gotcha. So then you rolled in. You found a great mentor within labor in the accounting practice, and then you rose through the ranks and now partner at Novak Francella today.
Yes, definitely. I was fortunate enough to find a good mentor that appreciated what I brought to the table. I was just, right out of school. I had no office experience. So with my determination and the training and mentoring, I got to be where I am today.
Okay. So could you elaborate a little bit more about Novak Francella? It's the firm as a whole, knowing that you specialize specifically in the labor space as a company?
Well, our moniker is it's what we do all day, every day. We work for working people. But Novak Francella is one of the last remaining firms that specialize only in labor and benefit organizations. There's a lot of mergers and acquisitions in the accounting industry these days, and so nearly all our clients are labor unions and or their related benefit funds. So we provide audit and tax services for unions, which are not-for-profit entities, benefit funds, which are again not-for-profit entities. They have different filing requirements. So and whatever other types of consulting and what we do for them year-round.
Gotcha. So it's 24/7 essentially. It doesn't really stop during tax season. It's always you're always connected, I guess, on quarterly reports and things of that nature.
Yes, I mean, now that it's tax season, a lot of people ask me, what do you do? When I tell them that I'm a CPA, and they're like, oh, this is your time. But I'm like, well, it's always my time. Exactly. There's always something that comes up, and there's, so it's not just, April 15th. It's October 15th. It's June 15th. It's September 15th. It's, And thankfully so.
Exactly. It keeps you intimately involved in the operations of how labor works as well. And I think from a financial side, just understanding the ins and outs of how things work operationally, financially, and from an accounting standpoint, seeing the inflows of member benefits and I guess employer contributions and reconciling those things from a bigger standpoint, I guess. Is
well, definitely. It's, like I said, I didn't really know all the ins and outs when I first started, but even if it's a not-for-profit or member association, it is a business. And it has to be run like a business. There are finances, there are reporting requirements, they have to budget, they have to answer to their members, there's accountability. Labor organizations and their benefit funds, I believe, are maybe subject to more transparency than regular commercial businesses. Labor organizations and their offices have to put out all their financial transactions once a year on an annual report with the Department of Labor. And the benefit funds also have very strict reporting requirements. So, like I said, it is a business and there's a lot of compliance work there.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, again, and having the proper accountant, finance, legal, advisory team to help support those labor unions is really critical, the way I see it, for making sure that the labor unions, organizations, and benefit funds are running properly and do have a runway for success for the future as well. So, I mean, it's what I see, again, from my background in banking. Accounting and law, everybody kind of runs hand in hand, and to have those trusted advisors to be able to support and work intimately with the funds is very important. So, again, hats off to you on your success and the growth of Novak Francella and your position as well as a partner.
Well, one of the major things that kind of keeps me connected is the different relationships with all the different people. I mean, we're a public accounting firm. We have at least 500 audits. We have that many clients. So I get to meet different people, all the time. And it's interesting to me. You never know what someone's going to be all about. You might look at them and have a first impression, but then once you get to start working with people, nothing, surprises me. A lot of personal dynamics and different talents, and I'm always learning from the people that I work with. So I've been blessed to have this career. I had never expected. I thought I was going to be a tax guy.
Right. And then behind the desk and maybe see some people on occasion, but you're constantly going to different events, conferences, educational seminars, presenting at a couple events as well, I believe.
Yes.
IFEBP and some other events as well.
Yeah.
So again, could you elaborate, how large is Novak Francella? Where's the coverage? Is it on a national basis or Northeast? How does it work?
We're primarily Northeast based. We have offices in larger, cities in, the Northeast. We're down in D.C. area, Philadelphia. That was really where our headquarters started. Here in New York City, up in Connecticut. We have an office in Boston. But we do pick up accounts that are, throughout the country. But it's a Northeast, based business.
That's great. And Pat, I just want to, thank you and make the audience aware that you are the auditor for a recently, created and evolving ULA's Charitable Foundation, which is there for educational support and guidance for union organizations, their members and families. As we talk about, education is critical, and people being aware of what union organizations can do and how they're working within communities, creating economic job opportunities as well. To have you on board to help support from a financial and auditing standpoint is extremely important, especially as we build out this foundation. So I want to thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. And, that, again, being part of the ULA Network Foundation brings opportunity to me as well. When I was working with my mentor, David, he would always say, we're just historians, right? We come to the board meetings and we present kind of what happened. But being involved with the network, I get to be on the other side of watching it get created through, whether it's because of we're creating organizing documents or, the initial filings, but yet just to see it operate and see you drive, the mission has been quite a growing experience for me as well, and to kind of put out, the programs and, do the things that we're trying to accomplish with the network.
Yeah, so it's really been great, and some of the initiatives that we're really rolling out, and we'll be proud to present to some of the building and construction trades as well as public sector unions on some of the initiatives. One being the Vets for Vets Community Construction Project, on a very Habitat for Humanity type program where we are working with veterans within an apprenticeship, as well as apprentices that are looking to do volunteer work on remediation projects that house or support veterans within the communities, and working with the contractors associations, some of the service providers, to be able to organize and remediate properties that are helping veterans. Is very personally very fulfilling to me, in memory of my father, and seeing these transitioning veterans find career opportunities and drive economic employment, and then give back to the communities. It's a really full circle, well-rounded ecosystem in which bringing in the right people, together we're stronger, is really driving those particular opportunities. So again, I'm going to thank you for that.
Yeah, and that also speaks to some of my background. I was formerly a school board member, and I'm an advisory member for the college that I went to, a college that I felt represented a second chance for me and my life. And I feel it's a good time now, not just to help support charitable causes, but as far as the younger people and the training programs. I know you're involved with Grady High School, but there's not as many young people going into the trades as I believe that there used to be, and I feel that there's a good opportunity now if someone wanted to get into one of those trades. There's more openings in the training funds now than I think so. That's what I've heard.
Well, that's what you're seeing right now, and there is a major resurgence in regards to vocational career opportunities, and it's very exciting to be able to work with Grady High School, Department of Education, because they are rolling out these programs in collaboration with the North American Building Construction Trades, as well as workforce development institutes, to educate the school counselors, the teachers, about what a career can look like in the construction industry. In the past, when we were younger, it's like, get into finance, become a lawyer, doctor, all the white-collar type positions, but you can be extremely successful in being able to utilize and hone in on a skilled trade and find a profession and career and being able to do that. And for me to be introduced and work alongside some of the trainers within these training centers and see the inspiration and the work ethic of some of the people that are going through those 4-year careers or training is really incredible, because they'll have that skill. They can get their training or education at a university after hours, because today's world of education can be done online. But being in those particular training centers, working alongside others, I guess the collaboration with other people, learning from others, your instructors, is something really incredible to see. And it's something that we're excited to be able to promote and work alongside some of the other organizations to really promote that collectively.
Yeah, so like I said, thank you for that opportunity, and it gives me a chance to work with these organizations on the other side, being part of, maybe not member associations, but with the training programs, and watch how the charities operate and help drive those those benefits for those people.
And as we build upon some of the board advisors that have those particular connections within the school boards, making those particular phone calls and saying, how do we get somebody in there to train or educate your school about these particular positions, because they are careers, good paying careers. And we talk about union jobs, and the benefits behind those as well. It's not just, you get better wages, but also the benefits that have been negotiated, of which you look at a lot of the times as well from a benefit standpoint, to make sure that they're properly, implemented within the health and benefit funds, as well as the pensions that, that stay solvent, are all really, there's a lot of moving parts within the back end of obviously labor, and knowing that you have that, that skill set, the credibility, and the organization that you work for is really dedicated to union labor. To work alongside you or have you as an advocate is extremely exciting, and just wanted to get you on and for the world to know you a little bit more as we build out this and strengthen our team to support union labor and our communities. So.
Oh, definitely. Again, I appreciate everything. Just as much as I might do for you, I'm getting back tenfold. It's been, even though we're just kind of, coming out of the gate now, it's been a great experience, and I'm looking forward to whatever, else comes our way.
Well, there's a big wave, a lot of stuff that's going on. We're just trying to staff up for it and then collaborate with like-minded individuals that do want to celebrate, educate, and promote union labor and economic career opportunities within our neighborhoods. And to see that some of these things come to fruition firsthand, I see a really strong opportunity and career path for the ULA, as well as the supporting service providers that are helping us build that out. So
yeah.
Again, Pat, thank you for all you do. Excited to work on future projects with you and keeping us financially connected and make sure all the accounting things are in place as well. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Got it. I'd like to thank all our sponsors for helping to build and promote the ULA Network. It is because of you that we're able to support, educate, and promote informative content relevant to labor. Please subscribe, like, and share our channel and media. I'd like to thank you all for your support.